Hello everyone. Today we'll continue with the third chapter, Two Stories About Flying's first part, His First Flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. Yesterday we have seen how the parents leave the young seagull all alone himself and they fly away. Later on, the seagull tries to go on the cliff and he sees his mother trying to tear the flesh of the fish in its beak, and he also himself remembers how he used to tear the food himself, how he used to sharp his beak and how he used to use to eat the flesh of the fish, but it was helpless because it could not fly. He tried, but as he was scared of flying, he could not fly. We'll continue the further chapter here. We are on page number 34, the last paragraph. Ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. Go, Kola, she screamed back derisively. Derisively means showing someone that the person's words do not matter at all or that someone is very stupid enough. So here, the young seagull was asking his mother to give him some food, but the mother ignored him and screamed at him. But he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. Plaintively means with grief it kept on calling its mother, but after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream, means he happily screamed. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. Why was he happy? Why did he scream joyfully? Because he saw that his mother picked up the flesh of the fish and it came towards the young seagull. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. Here you can see in the picture how the mother tried to trick him out. When she came closer to the young seagull, she did not come very close to the seagull. Instead, she just tried to be near him. And the bird, the young seagull, it tried to catch the fish from its mother's beak. And as soon as he came near, we'll see what happens. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless. Halted means she stopped. She did not come closer to the young seagull. Instead, she stopped flying and she stayed there for a while, a bit apart from the young seagull. Her wings motionless. That means she was not moving her wings. The piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. That means the piece of flesh was near the young seagull but still was out of reach. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. The young seagull was wondering why was the mother not coming near him. But then finally, because he wanted to have the food, he jumped and dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into the space. That means from the cliff, the young seagull had a fall. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. He did not realize that he had taken a jump from the cliff, but suddenly, as soon as he realized, he was scared. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards. Itself, the wings came out and the young seagull started flying. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. This is all the motion, the process of his flight taking place explained. So there is nothing much to explain here. हर एक छोटी छोटी चीज़ मेंशन की है कि जैसे उसने फ़्लाइट लिया तो उसके स्टमक पे उसे एयर फील हुई, उसके ब्रेस्ट के फेदर्स पे उसको फील हुआ, एंड देन उसके विंग्स पे से एयर जैसे कट होके जा रही है उसको वो भी फील हुआ. ही वॉज नॉट फॉलिंग हेडलॉन्ग नाउ, मतलब कि वो अपने सर के बल नीचे नहीं गिर रहा था. ही वॉज सोरिंग ग्रेजुअली डाउनवर्ड्स एंड आउटवर्ड्स, मतलब कि स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली वो थोड़ा गिड़गिड़ा के ही सही पर वो उड़ रहा था. ही वॉज नो लॉन्गर अफ्रेड, ही जस्ट फेल्ट अ बिट डिजी. डिजी मीन्स थोड़ा चक्कर जैसा आना. उसको बिल्कुल भी अनकम्फर्टेबल नहीं लग रहा था, बस वो पहली बार उड़ रहा था तो उसे थोड़ा सर्कुलर मोशंस आ रहे थे. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga 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 ga. Go Kola, his mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. Curveting is taking steps like a horse. Banking is flying with one wing higher than the other. So these are different types of movements of the wings that they make. Slowly and gradually, as soon as he started flying, the whole family joined him. The parents, the siblings, everyone joined him. They made different types of movements with their wings and they happily flew there. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly and commended himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. That means once he started flying, he himself made different movements. He curved, he soared, he dived in the air and he was shrieking shrilly. मतलब कि बहुत ज़्यादा वो खुश था, खुशी के मारे वो चिल्ला रहा था. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it. That means straight above the waters he was flying, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. As he flew above the waters, he saw a vast stretch of green colored water beneath him, and he turned his beak sideways. यहाँ वहाँ उसने अपनी बीक को टर्न किया and he kept on making noise. To caw means to make noise that the birds make. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. That means they had already taken their legs or their steps on the waters. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. That means they were waiting for the young seagull. They were calling him towards them. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise, exhausted by the strange exercise. As soon as he tried doing the same that his parents have done, that is to stand on the waters, his legs sank inside the water because he did this for the first time. He was not an expertise in this, and so he could not stand on the waters as his brothers, sisters and parents could do. Finally, he could not practice it anymore because he had not had any food from a day long, and so he was weak with hunger. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no farther. When his belly touched the waters, then he could not sink inside the water further. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. When he was floating on the waters, the parents understood that now he has learned how to fly as well as how to feed himself on the water. So he now knew that he also could fly, and the parents were so proud of him that they were praising and screaming for him. They also gave him pieces of dogfish. He had made his first flight. So this was how the young seagull made his first flight possible. It was a very simple chapter, but a lesson to be learned from. We should never give up. That is what the author tries to explain. We should never give up, and we should keep trying. Someday we will definitely achieve success. Students, this was the first part. We'll continue with the second part in the next session. Thank you.